1. Event identification. Putin openly stated stopping China's rise is futile and directly pointed out that anti-China policies will weaken the U.S. economy and the competitiveness of multiple industries. This statement came amid rising global trade tensions and a structural decoupling between China and the U.S., directly challenging the U.S.-led value-based bloc division. In terms of imagery and intent, Putin is not only speaking for China, but also seeking legitimacy for the de-dollarization alliance. 2. Motivation analysis. Putin's core motivations can be summarized in 3 points. Structural alliance. Facing U.S. sanctions and isolation, the Russia-China alliance is no longer a tactical evasion, but a structural reliance. Discourse intervention. By criticizing the internal economic logic of the U.S., he transforms anti-China strategies into anti-efficiency choices. Proactive narrative. Rather than waiting for the U.S. to define who is the adversary, he actively writes who is an irreplaceable structural force. 3. Structural perspective. LLL, semantic structure language perspective. The event presents a typical center-shift structure language phenomenon. The existing free world versus authoritarian axis framework is becoming ineffective. Putin employs anti-structural punishment rhetoric. Opposing China is not about protecting freedom, but is self-harming structural efficiency. The focus of discourse shifts from ideological struggle to supply chain stability and economic competition calculations. In Lumen language, this represents a negational language reverse nesting against center-order labels. 4. Key variables. Do the Biden or Trump teams have clear calculations and responses to the economic costs of anti-China strategies? Will China and Russia build a narrative counterzone beyond the anti-dollar settlement area? Will Europe and India maintain technological superiority in de-Chinaization, or will they waver due to Putin's rhetoric? Will countries in the global south accept such anti-structural logic and choose to remain neutral in U.S.-China relations? 5. Trend prediction. In the next 6 months, the debate over whether anti-China policies benefit the U.S. economy will become a core topic in U.S. political discussions, especially as Trump regains power. Putin's rhetoric will be cited by some U.S. businesses as evidence of economic structural realism. Meanwhile, China's international image will rely more on irreplaceability rather than institutional superiority for structural support. Structural summary. Putin's remarks are not mere diplomatic support, but a semantic reversal of structural hegemonic logic. He does not attack the U.S. system, but dismantles its strategic rationale. Viewed through Lumen LLL language, this is a sophisticated game of structural language, questioning the decision basis through the opponent's rationale. It represents an emerging trend, not resisting the U.S., but inducing it to self-split within its own logic. The future global order will not be determined by ideology, but shaped by structural rationality and efficient language.